सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। समस्त को नमस्कार। To celebrate International Yoga Day 2021, Vivekananda Kendra Academy for Indian Culture, Yoga and Management, shortly, in short we say VKICAM, Bhubaneswar, is organizing this seminar. Besides this seminar today, tomorrow also we are having another seminar on the topic Yoga, a path towards man making, at this time 7 p.m. VKICAM is a novel project of Vivekananda Kendra, Kanyakumari. As its name indicates, it focuses on three aspects: culture, yoga, and management. Under yoga, it endeavors to expand the awareness of yoga and its application for holistic living and bringing harmony in the changing social behavior. As a research organization, also, it strives to develop yoga modules for the benefit of various categories of people like students, teachers, professionals, bureaucrats. So this webinar is a modest effort in this direction. So we'll have today we have with us three eminent personalities who have profound knowledge and practice in the field of yoga. They are Honorable Dr. Subhash Chandra Das, Professor Rabindranath Pati, Dr. Sanjeev Patra. They will deliberate on topics like yoga, a way of life, yogic way of energy balancing, yoga and stress management, respectively. On behalf of VKICAM, I welcome the honorable speakers and all the participants of the webinar to have a fruitful and enjoying time, so to say, for 1 hour. I hope this webinar will be of great help in this pandemic situation. Now, I request Sri Ajay Kumar Sahu, the task bearer in the yoga area of VKICAM, to introduce Dr. Subhash Chandra Sahu. Sri Ajay Kumar Sahu.
Namaskar, sir. Thank you, Professor Dr. Basu Chatoi, sir, who is our co-convener of VKICAM. So once again, on the behalf of entire VKICAM and Vivekananda Kendra Kanyakumari Bhubaneswar family, I welcome all the speakers in this webinar. With the shadow of the pandemic looming large, this year also, International Day of Yoga, we are celebrating on digital media platform without mass gathering like last year. As we know that yoga brings harmony in all walks of life and is known for disease prevention, health promotion, and management of many lifestyle related diseases. And so our topic is today yoga and pandemic situation. Due to the global lockdown, work, employment, the business, the economic climate have been severely affected. So which generates stress among all of the society. So and also to live through this lockdown and pandemic period, yoga is the best thing to adopt as a lifestyle habit. So in this webinar, our first speaker is Dr. Subhasan Das, who is going to discuss on the topic yoga way of life. Yoga is generally commonly understood by the general public today as mainly consisting of physical system health exercise or set of some asanas and some breathing techniques, which colors are process from yoga. But yoga is not only a exercise lifestyle, but also philosophy of life, a way of life, a discipline. So it is an effort to change ourselves. So let me introduce our first speaker, Dr. Subhash Chandra Das sir, who is the head, who is the HOD, head of Department of Sanskrit, Utkal University, and also he was former ex-coordinator yoga department. He was present coordinator of Hindi department, Utkal University. Previously, he was also joined as a visiting professor to Mahindra University, Bali, Indonesia, for near 2 years, from 2012 to 2014. And he is author of 9 books subject on different subjects, Nyaya, Yoga, and Buddhism. And he has published near 67 journals, in national journals about Indian philosophy. He has also published so many in international journal. His paper published in different international journal, and he received many awards at national international forum. Presently, also guide and also at least minimum his to his credit, a guide on 15 PhD holder is presently also working under him. And in Sanskrit and yoga, he is a research guidance in Utkal University, and he is also a life member of many national and international research organization and university. So I welcome you, sir, to deliver your the topic, to give it deliver a topic on yoga, a way of life. Over to you, sir.
Ajay, for introducing me to this August gathering. Respected Professor Vasudev Chatoi sir, Professor Nirmal Das sir, and co-speakers Professor Rabindranath Pati sir, and Dr. Sanjeev Patra, and Dr. Ajay Kumar Sahu, and the management of VK Aikyam, Bhubaneswar and Kanyakumari, and dear listeners, it is my proud privilege to be associated with this August gathering in this webinar series first day. And at present, the situation is such that the selection of the topic is befitting to the present situation in the pandemic time. So how yoga can help us in removing this pandemic situation, and how we can overcome the present day situation is the main problem today. Actually speaking, we have now at present in this continuous effort of human existence, where are we if we ask that we are going through a very difficult time at present? Everybody must accept this. If we think that science has contributed many things to us to ease our life, is true to some extent, but not 100% correct. Scientific development have come, science has developed, and we have been enjoying the continuous process of easy living for our prosperity and competitive spirit, so to say, in this competitive society. Everybody has become competitive. The science and its growth aims at a type of competition among all people throughout the world. Everywhere there is a competition to grow more, to become more important in all respect, to spread one's importance throughout the globe, and what not and what not to say. This is because our mind is such that we want to overpower everything, the energy, the supreme power, that we want to become that kind of energy, supreme energy or supreme power. This is not a very good sign for all of us as per the scientific temperament and development is concerned. We have to think regarding this again and again. And yoga is a discipline which is not coming today by chance. Relating to the topic, our ancestors, the Indian scientists, the rishis, the truth seekers have given us many more for overcoming many of our problems during that time and even today. The problems are not what we are facing today, was not there at that time, but the problems were there, but in a different way. They have different problems, but we have very challenging problems now. Their problems and our problems are totally different, but problems were there and they overcome easily. But today, in our time, the problems are many, but we cannot overcome easily. That is the difference. The difference, we feel it because of this competition, worldwide competition, for expectations, for easy living, and for overpowering each and every situation through our achievement. Man can achieve anything, but man cannot become God, one with the God. Man is only one person or one identity in the whole of the universe. The universe belongs to him and he belongs to the universe. There is a connectivity between man and the universe. Man is not separated from the universe. Man has to think in that respect, that I am one with the universe. I am a part and parcel of the universe. If the universe is big, the energy is big, I am a particle of that source of energy. If the supreme is big, which is beyond our consideration, which is beyond our imagination, which is beyond our perception, I am a small particle of the supreme energy, that kind of energy, which is just seen as an individual. So I am a very small being having a small identity. This identity cannot be neglected in any means. So our situation is such that we have to adapt with the competitive spirit, and it is very hard to digest, and it is very hard to adjust with the life at present. So we develop stress, we develop burdens, we give stress to others. We also think that we cannot achieve many things what we desire, what we want. So wants and desires have become more rather than being satisfied with what we have with us today. That is the main problem of today. There the thing begins that our ancestors have something to supply in this regard. They thought of facing the challenges of life. They developed the idea of maintaining equilibrium and balancing our life. The status of equilibrium in our individual level and also with the universal level. So the balancing between individual level and the universal level is the source of maintaining peace and satisfaction to our desired challenging goals. Those seers and philosophers have developed some criteria to challenge the problems and to face the problems and give a better solution which will lead to peace and harmony. And they thought of a holistic life and a balancing life between man and the universe. So this man and the universe relationship, the ancient philosophers, starting from the Vedic period, they developed this idea and they gave us the licensing, you can say, authority to experiment again and again in the society and also within us. So the experiencing attitude is to be developed or inculcated to the individual in such a manner that he has to ask for himself he has to ask for others and adjust what is he is having with us and what is he is not having with him, and what is available with others and what is not available with others. So availability to meet the challenges of life has given a thrust to ponder upon or think towards getting the solutions to the problems. So the problems are many. The problems can be solved also not through many challenges or many goals fulfilling ways, but we have to be satisfied with our limited resources and limited way of fulfilling life. Life is very short. Individual the lifespan is very, very simple and short, but we have made it complex. We have made it very complicated, and therefore we cannot adjust with the society and with the universe. We have destroyed the society in such a way by our competitive spirit and mind to achieve a better position in the society or in the universe. That is why we are suffering today, and the very pandemic of COVID-19 has emerged to that challenge and to that aspect of competitiveness. So this is a bad aspect of our life cycle in this present time. If we think of what thought occurred to someone to distort the life, is it natural? Is this situation is natural or artificial? There is a problem. There is a question. The scientist can answer. The researchers are doing research on this. We cannot do or comment on that, but we can think in a different way that our life has become miserable than before. This miserable life is due to the situation, present situation of competitiveness. To think of, yoga has the solutions to those things. Yoga is treated as a way of life. Patanjali Maharshi codified the systems of thought in a philosophical manner and gave to the society, the then society, which is relevant even today. Among us in India, so to say, or even in the world, now yoga has become a common word which is used by everybody every now and then. And the practice of yoga is such an important aspect. It has become in our day-to-day life, just like our daily practices of eating or going to the toilet and taking bath and taking our daily routine. So yoga and practice, and the practice to some extent to eradicate the difficulties, whatever is man facing, these challenges of life at present in the pandemic situation, has contributed many things through yoga philosophy and practice towards a better adjustment in life to sustain oneself in the lifespan of our 100 or so to say 90 years of life expansion. People are now afraid. There is fear everywhere. There is dissatisfaction everywhere. There is a problem everywhere. There is uncertainty everywhere. And we don't know what will happen tomorrow. And we don't know what will be the case of the third wave. Now, people are saying, doctors are saying that it will come. So the pandemic situation has generated a kind of uncertainty in everybody's life, and future is uncertain, so to say. So to this, the ancient heritage of human intellect supplies some information through yoga practice and through the knowledge of yoga philosophy to solve problem in certain manner. And that is why yoga is a way of life to live meaningfully and to live positively. Even today, everywhere there is situation, positive and negative. If you are positive, people were thinking earlier that one should be very positive, but now at present you should be always a negative, in a sense that positiveness gives you fear and psychosis developed in such a way that you are not able to adjust with the society, and you will be afraid because of the situation. But yoga helps that how to become negative in the pandemic situation to immune your system so that you will be negative in the physical level of virus attack, I mean to say. No virus will enter to your body, then only you will be negative. Or even the virus enters to your body, you will not become positive, even though you practice yoga at present in regular manner. Yoga helps to remove those situations. So uncertainty, competitiveness, challenges of life, and the present situation enforces us to become positive mind in practicing yoga and to eradicate the virus attack or whatever, to bring, you can say, satisfaction or eradicate fear that you are not a positive COVID patient. So everybody has a fear now to become such a negative patient. We should not become a positive patient. So everybody is thinking of practicing yoga, and yoga has become a way of life, even from from a small child, 5-year child, to even 100 years old person. Now yoga has no age bar. Practice of yoga doesn't see any age or any person who is having good or bad or whatever, poor or rich or something. So also the pandemic doesn't see who is poor or who is rich, who is big or who is small, what is his social status in society. No, doesn't see anything. So really speaking, yoga fits into this present day problem to solve any kind of fear or any kind of uncertainty in our life very positively, to positive your mind and to train your mind in a positive manner. So the perfection takes place only when we are thinking of doing a practice of yoga. So to say that yoga has developed into many systems in the tradition: Laya Yoga, Nada Yoga, Raja Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, Mantra Yoga, and whatnot, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, etc., etc. So because of there was a need of the society at that time that these kind of different branches emerged into the existence, and that is why they were having a kind of solace to the soul and to the mind. When body is at ease, the mind also is become ease. Spiritualism is a message for everybody. To become spiritualistic in our way of life requires the purification in the body and mind. If the body is pure, the mind becomes pure. Body purity comes from regular practice of asanas, pranayamas, and Ashtanga yogas. Even though Patanjali gives stress on Ashtanga yoga, but we at present are giving more stress on asana, pranayama, and some practice of samadhi, that is concentration. If these three things, our aim is not to attain moksha at present, what the philosophers thought of attaining moksha, because they were attaining moksha because there are three kinds of miseries: adhyatmika, adhi bhautika, and adhi daivika. Three types of sorrows were there at that time. So they were thinking of eradicating adhyatmika dukha, adhyatmika misery, adhi bhautika misery, and adhi bhautika and adhi daivika misery. So these three things are now there morely. These, you can say, adhyatmika is of two types. The misery of adhyatmika is two types. One is body and one is mind. So body misery, body sorrows are more than the mind. It has become double also now. As the physical misery, physical sorrows and sufferings, so also the mental sorrows and sufferings. So yoga helps out to eradicate the physical injury, physical misery, and mental injury and mental miseries at present. To come to this, even practice of yoga removes the diseases, even the very, you can say, diseases like pandemic situations, whatever. Many organizations have come up to train people in a positive manner. Every day, people should be ready to practice at least morning time and evening time, 1 hour, possibly to eradicate the miseries of life which has come from a foreign source, different source, which is unknown source. The source is unknown. So to fight with this unknown source, yoga helps it out. To fight our immune system, that if our immune system is strong, yoga has to find a solution for that situation, and a man has to go for opting yoga practice than opting any other means to satisfy his desire to become okay and develop his strong immune system. So yoga finds a way definitely positively, and yoga stands in this particular way. So there are if I say that how to practice yoga and what we will get it, there are 6 qualifications we will get and 6 points we will get after practicing yoga if you do successfully. Utsahat sahas asmadhargyo tattvagyana chanischayat janasanga parityagat sarvi yoga prasiddhyati. In Hatha Yoga tradition, this is said that utsaha, when you practice yoga, you will get utsaha in your body and in mind, that is cheerfulness. The second is sahasa, you will get courage in your body and mind. Then the third one is dharya, that is perseverance, you will develop. Fourth one is tattva jnana, that is true knowledge, what is true and what is false. And fifth one is nischaya, you will become very strong and firm in your attitude and belief. And the sixth one is janasanga parityaga, by abandoning unsuitable company of people. That is the 6 ways yoga provides to enjoy a peaceful and healthy life. So now also in the pandemic situation, these 6 things are necessary if we practice yoga, and we will get these things. So this is very important, and you need not do any other practice than yoga. And then if you lose your hope not to go to the bad situation, this you should continue. And if you lose to practice yoga, then you will be very, very essentially, very, very positively overcome all the problems of life. And yoga is a way of life. Even gods also practice yoga. Why not human beings? They became immortal by practicing yoga. Why not we practice yoga? Yoga is a way of life. It is a positive way of thinking and a holistic way of life. So with this, I conclude my talk, and I share my thoughts with you. Thank you very much. Om Shanti, 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 Om.
Thank you, Dr. Subhash sir, for your valuable information on yoga of life. You have discussed, you have linked with the supreme energy, like from small identity with the universe, the man and universe, the different teeth of sorrows and how to overcome them. Thank you, sir. So I am requesting our next speaker of today evening is Dr. Professor Rabindra Pati sir. He's going to speak. He's going to discuss on the yogic way of energy balancing. Professor Rabindra Pati sir is a retired professor from the Department of Anthropology, Mekela University, East Africa. He is internationally recognized biodiversity expert who has written 25 books on biodiversity conservation, indigenous knowledge, women empowerment, and tribal development. And he has been invited as visiting professor to University of Winnipeg, Canada University of Penn State, USA. He has been working as a consultant to international agencies like UNDP, World Bank, and other agencies. He has designated more than 85 development projects in tribal areas of Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and Rajasthan. He has coordinated 10 national seminars and 5 international conferences in Chhattisgarh, Odisha. As regards yoga, he has attended 6-month teaching training on transcendental meditation at Maharishi Yoga Institute. He is also a disciple of Swami Niranjan Saraswati Bihar School of Munger. And expert, actually his topic is how the yoga helps in energy balancing right through meditation. And he's going to share his valuable experience on meditation, how meditation balances internal energy and ensure proper functioning of the glands. Over to Pati sir.
Thank you very much. In the very outset of my speech, I will extend my hearty thanks to organizers of this webinar. I feel honored to participate as speaker in this webinar on yoga in pandemic situation. I also extend my thanks to Lakshmana Panigari sir, Professor Vasudev Khatoi sir, Dr. Ajay Kumar Sahu, Professor Nirmal Kumar Das, and our speakers, Dr. Subhash Chandra Das and Dr. Sanjeev Patra. In my lecture will be divided into three parts. First, I will introduce and explain what is yoga and meditation. Second, I will share my idea what are the energy centers in the body and how it is related to influence and revitalize the energy centers. I will give example of one Yoga Sutra, and that is comprehensive of different process of pranayam and other exercises which will influence correct the glands, disorder of glands. So first, what is meditation? Yoga means what is? It is a connection. Our mind has four states: conscious, subconscious, unconscious, and superconscious, or cosmic conscious. Yoga is a process by which we connect our subconscious mind with cosmic consciousness or inverse, which gives us everything. Yoga tradition is 5,000 years old Vedic tradition founded by Maharishi Patanjali, who documented 195 Yoga Sutras in his book Yoga Sutras. Swami Vivekananda has done exhaustive research on the work of Maharishi Patanjali and authored books like Meditation and its Methods, complete book on yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga, raja yoga, and jnana yoga. Today, the entire world is running after yoga. The people, elite people, they have adopted yoga in their daily routine to maintain good health and get stress-free life. Meditation is connected with two other things, pranayam and asanas. Without asana and pranayam, you cannot purify your body and mind. Body and mind are related. It is a mechanism, it is a holistic process by which the body and mind are balanced. The asanas and pranayams are vital for preparing our body and mind for meditation. If body and mind are not purified through asanas and pranayam, the energy within our body cannot be balanced. What are the asanas? Asanas are Vedic exercises, Vedic postures, which stimulate glands, which purify lungs and heart, which supply blood to different organs of our body, and which maintain flexibility of our body, different organs of our body. Through pranayam, we conduct different breathing techniques with or without mantras. Pranayam provides more prana or vital energy and purify and vitalize the nervous system. So, because my previous speaker has already spoken benefits of yoga, but meditation it makes our heart rhythmic. It ensures proper function of glands. It makes mind calm and one-pointed. It ensures balancing of energy in the body. Our mind is a human transmitting tower. Every day, our mind transmits not less than 60,000 thoughts to the universe. These thoughts can be divided into two parts: negative thought and positive thoughts. These thoughts stimulate feelings in our mind. Positive thoughts generate positive feelings such as excitement, joy, gratitude, love, and strengthens on willpower. Negative thoughts creates negative feeling, which creates anger, depression, frustration, guilt. Negative thoughts affects our mental peace of mind and also damages our physical health. I will now give you an example of one of my friends. Few days back, one of my professors who was working with me in Mecca University. We have formed a group, WhatsApp group, where is a Muslim, where one of our friends he has already circulated a message that Muslims in Assam are getting demanding for separate state, and this news has affected him. He could not sleep for 2 nights. He asked me, why you are in that group? You leave that group. They are spreading fake news. I am really frustrated. I told him, why you are bothering? He ignored that. Why you are 2 days how you are ignoring that? You withdraw from that group. So this negative thought seriously damages our mental health. Positive thoughts attract creative thoughts and strengthens and willpower. Willpower is most powerful. If one develops on willpower strongly, one can achieve anything. Anything. Impossible. So now I will give you brief idea about different energy centers of our body and how they are related to the glands. So these energy centers are known as chakras. First is Muladhara chakra, that is at the root chakra, that is at the base of the spine, in between our anus and urinary tract. It governs prostate and prostate gland of male and fallopian gland tube of female. Then comes at the lower abdominal level, Swadhisthana chakra. It controls testes in male and ovary in female. Then solar plexus, Manipur chakra, it controls adrenal gland, which produce hormones in our body. Then at heart region, the chakra is heart chakra, it is Anahata chakra, which controls thymus gland, which creates antibodies and fights infection. Then throat region in the middle of the throat, Visuddha chakra, which controls thyroid gland. Then in between our eyebrow, middle point of the eyebrow, Ajna chakra, we call it third eye. It controls pituitary gland, which creates hormone. Then at the top of the head, round, Sahasrara chakra, it controls pineal gland, which helps us to keep our memory alive and active. So how now I will tell you briefly how actively meditation revitalizes the chakras and energy center of our body. Different schools have emerged and propagated Yoga Sutras of Mahasi Patanjali. Hundreds of meditation videos, yoga videos you can find in internet. But one thing, there is Guru Sishya Parampara. One should be initiated and learn this yoga practice under the guidance of a guru. Then I will give you an example of a Yoga Sutra which I learned from my guru, Niranjanananda Saraswati from Bihar School of Yoga. That is Ajapa Japa, spontaneous awareness meditation, and how it balances our energy centers. Very briefly, I will tell you. First, before going to practice any meditation, we have to follow certain instructions very strictly because our body is not accustomed to sit for 1 hour. There are three things. First, one should sit in Sukhasana or Padmasana. Spinal cord should be straight from Muladhara chakra to Sahasrara chakra straight. No movement of body. That is very essential. One should sit like a statue. Then both palms should be kept over your lap in Gyan Mudra. Eyes closed. Then one should keep and concentrate awareness on three portions body. One should in mind side see body how is sitting, how it looks like. Then movement of breath. You have to follow how breath is slowly moving or rapidly moving, and then stillness of body. Like that. Then this preparation will help for practicing meditation and building energy physically, mentally, and spiritually. This is most essential. So this sutra is very comprehensive. It is designed like a package, and where one has to vibrate mantra along with pranayama. I am giving some example. He has already instructed to chant two mantras. So, hum and om. So, hum is very powerful mantra. When one takes breath, intake the breath, so hum when one release breath. They have to practice internally without any sound. The sutra has been designed in such a manner systematically to vibrate sound of mantra om and soham so that the related glands of the different chakras are energized. I will give some examples. There are different phases of pranayam in this meditation. Example, the practitioner is instructed to chant om. chant Om internally without sound for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Combining this chanting like this, then there will be no soundless Om without any sound. One should vibrate within the mind like this will drag it internally, the energy. This practice for 30 minutes to 30 seconds to 1 minute will combine, will cleanse the Sahasrara, Agya and throat chakra and rejuvenate thyroid gland of throat, pituitary gland at Agya chakra and pineal gland at crown chakra. It will energize that. I'm giving, there are many such phases are there. I'm citing only few. At the end of meditation, the practitioner has been instructed to chant Om 3 times loudly. This is also cleans throat chakra to crown chakra and revitalize, rejuvenate the related glands. Then another method of chanting Om, the practitioner has been instructed to visualize in his mind, keep focus on Agya chakra as the middle of the clock. So clockwise, you should chant Om rhythmically. You should feel the pulse is moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So like that he is instructed to chant Om, 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 like this till 12. Then again repeat. This is for 1 minute. This practice will strengthen pituitary gland and correct hormone deficiency. It will vitalize your body. This sutra covers different phases of deep breathing with internal chanting of so hum. Deep breathing. First phase, deep breathing in two nostrils, connecting Agya chakra in a triangle. You will chant for a half minute. You will chant. You will take deep breath for half a minute, which will strengthen pituitary gland and correct hormone deficiency. This practice. Then, the practitioner need to visualize that there is a pipe, but he is sitting in a position where his spinal column is straight. He should visualize there is pipe connecting Manipur, Anahata and Visuddha chakra till the throat, and he will take deep breath and chant internally, so hum. This will rejuvenate adrenal gland which produce hormones, then thymus gland which creates antibody and rejuvenate thyroid gland. I will give you the last one example only. Then how he will rejuvenate his crown chakra. He should imagine there is a balloon of violet color just below the crown. While he is breathing, the balloon expands. While releasing the breath, then it contracts. You will practice this for a half a minute, 30 seconds. So this practice, while practicing, he will also chant so hum, so hum, so hum While practicing this will not only strengthen and cleanse the crown chakra, but also rejuvenate pineal gland. This is in short because here in BKM there are many experts who are trained for 2 years. Today Dr. Ajay Sahu told me that he has been trained in BR School of Yoga for 2 years. They know more than me. Anyway, this is in short. I have given you the brief example of how meditation maintains balance and rejuvenate our body energy. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, Patish sir. You have discussed well about the role of asana, pranayam, and particularly especially meditation, and how our mind transmit to different minimum 60,000 thoughts in a day, and which maximum are negative and some are positive also. You have discussed. And you have discussed the energy center of the body, the chakra, the Swam mantra. Thanks for your different yogic technique. You have mentioned the technique Ajapa Japa, which help to our viewers to know about this. So without further delay, I am going to now invite our third speaker, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Patra, and his topic is Yoga and Stress Management. Dr. Sanjeev Patra has completed a master degree in applied yogic science from Bihar Yoga Bharati in 2001. Then after that, he completed PhD in sleep medicine and meditation from Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhan Sansthan S. Vyasa University, Bangalore in 2011, and currently is serving the Department of Yoga as a head and associate professor in Central University of Rajasthan. And previously served as an associate professor, control examiners and registered at Swami Vivekananda Yoga Anusandhan Sansthan S. Vyasa. And he has also worked as a scientist at Indian Council of Medical Research Center for Advanced Research in Yoga and Neurophysiology. And he's also expert committee, paper setter, examiner for Quality Council of India. And also he is a visiting faculty to different transdisciplinary health institute and to different state university. And he also constantly delivering invited talks on yoga research, sleep physiology, consciousness, physiology of yogic practices. So in different universities like Uttarakhand University, SBG University, Central University, Mangalore University. And not only this, he will also deliver talk at international level, like international universities of China, Singapore, Tokyo. And he also took the responsibility of organizing the board of studies for designing the yoga therapy syllabus courses at university level, UG level, at postgraduate level, and at master degree level, and also bachelor naturopathy and yogi science course. And he has published a number of research papers in national and international journals, along with abstracts and conference proceedings. And presently, he is guiding near 10 PhD scholars and 2 MD scholars. And also, he is currently looking after the Institutional Ethical Committee, IEC, at member secretary from 2018 January till date. And his topic is research on stress. So actually, research reveals that 80% of modern diseases have their origin in stress, and 75 to 90% of all we visit to primary care practitioner doctors are now to know about stress later, because this is the cause of a disease. And the World Health Organization, WHO, also called stress the health epidemic of 21st century. And worldwide, yoga has emerged as the best known respected form of stress management, because it works on both the mind and body at the same time. So now I request Dr. Sanjeev Patra to deliver his talk on yoga and stress management. Over to you, Dr. Sanjeev Patra.
Thank you so much, Ajay bhai. Thank you so much. So, is my slide visible? Is my slide visible? Okay.
Not yet,
So,
not yet.
No?
No, not yet. It's not coming.
Not yet come? Okay. Visible? Visible?
No.
Oh. Visible now? Visible? My slide visible now?
No, Sanjeev, no. It's not coming.
Oh,
It's not visible.
okay. Is there any key? Is there any key? Because here it's visible. Visible now? Not visible? Okay, so shall I present without slides? Okay, anyway. So
Okay, you go without slides.
okay, fine. So
Just little bit down the screen, Sanjeev. Just little bit down the screen.
Okay,
Laptop screen.
yes. So developing a surrendering attitude towards the great Yoga Purus was Swami Vivekananda, the society transformer, and the Karma Yogi Sri Eknathji Ranade, and the great mission and the vision the Kendra had undertaken. So with a lot of respect and conviction, so I'll start my presentation now. So the topic for today's presentation is yoga and stress management. Yoga and stress management. So everyone experiences stress. Everyone experiences stress. Every living organism experiences stress. So any type of change that causes physical, psychological, and emotional strain is a stress. So stress is a state of disharmony, or it's a threat to our internal environment of the body. It's a state of disharmony, or it's a threat to internal environment of the body. Every individual is exposed to wide range of source of stress. It could be the outbreak of the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic. It could be the lot of calls that we attend every day. It could be the amount of news that we are exposed to. So we are under high amount of pressure, high amount of stress. We are in stress, we are in anxiety, we are in fear. So at this outbreak of pandemic, we are absolutely in fear, absolutely in anxiety. We do not know what to do. So to give a background about the stress, so there was a scientist by name Hank Sally in the mid-19th century. He did a lot of experiment, and he was on the verge of pinpointing a hormone, but his experiment did not become successful because the rates used for his experiment all died. So, and then he coined the word stress. Hank Sally coined the word stress, And he said, stress is the cause of all diseases. Stress is the cause of all diseases. Well, definitely WHO, World Health Organization, has made some ratification. It is not the stress. Even the pandemic also can, become the cause for many diseases. So, the stress and coping, because when we have stress, we try our level best to cope up our stress. So this is done in 3 phases: stress, coping, and resilience. So what is stress? So stress is a threat to body, internal environment of the body. So it's a threat to internal environment of the body. It's called stress. Then what is coping? It is the ability to maintain control, think rationally, and to solve the problem. It's called coping. Coping could be of 3 types: the philosophical coping, interpersonal coping, and denial coping. Philosophical, when you are subject to stress, you go and visit the temples, you go and visit, visit the ritual places to cope up yourself from the stress. So when you are subject to stress, probably you go and visit your friends, relatives to cope up your stress. And some people, they adopt these strategies of denial strategy. They say, no, I'm good, I'm fine. I'll get myself isolated. Do not talk to me. I do not like to talk to you. So that is called denial strategy. Then what is resilience? So some people are resistant quality. They have a resistant quality, or it is the resistant quality of some people that makes a person to recover quickly and thrive in spite of adversity. Every individual is exposed to wide range of stimuli, wide range of stresses. Therefore, sources of stress. It could be the frustration of an individual, the conflict, cataclysmic events like, the cyclone, tsunami, tornado, pollution, earthquake, etc. Occupational stressor like, divorce, the death of a spouse, death of a siblings. All these are life changes. Occupational stresses, the conflict between the subordinates and the boss, the conflict between the subordinates and the peons. Okay, and there are definitely many hassles in our life. So everything that contributes, everything that I think many of us are exposed to many variety of stressor. Stress could be either flight or fight. Either you run away from the situation or you fight with the situation. And you can correlate any life example with the flight and fight. And for example, a mad dog is running behind you. So what would you do? So either you run away or you pull out a stick to fight with the dog, to cure the dog. So any example, you can correlate any example of your life with flight and fight. So Hank Shelley said that every individual, when they are exposed to, every individual is exposed to the different variety of the stresses. And when you are exposed to the variety of stresses, then you are alarmed. Your body starts producing some alarming situation in the form of a variety of symptoms like lack of sleep, lack of appetite, body pain, and that is called alarm phase. Resistance phase, according to him, every individual is born with certain quantum of energy, and this energy is utilized to fight with the consequences of the stress. That is called resistance phase. If you have little quantum of energy because your hereditary characteristics have been inherited from your parents to the offspring, then you have low quantum of energy within yourself. I mean to say, if your father had diabetes, then definitely the chance, or in other words, I would say you'd be more prone to have diabetes because the internal organs in your body, including pancreas, has low quantum of energy within it. If your father and the mother had cardiovascular diseases, you would be more prone to have the cardiovascular diseases because the hereditary characteristics have been inherited. So according to Hank Shelley, so every individual is born with either a certain quantum of energy. either the low quantum of energy or high quantum of energy. And if you have low quantum of energy, sooner you will drain out this energy. And if you have high quantum of energy, then it will take time. It will take time for you to drain out the energy because you will go to this page. This is called resilience page. Resilience, it is the quality. You will develop the quality either to recover quickly or thrive in spite of your adversity. So all these three things, all-around page, resistance page, and the adjustment page, put together called a system or called a syndrome. This is called general adaptation syndrome. And this general adaptation syndrome theory was put forward by a scientist called Hans Selye. So why stress? We are subject to stress because we have large number of demanding situations. Many of us are highly sensitive and such. Many of us are perfect at work, and we have many targets to achieve in our life, and we have many pending work, and we have constant demotivation at workplace. So our brain is exposed to wide range of stimuli. They are the environmental stresses, major life events, trauma and abuse. We also do have individual differences which are the result of our genetic characteristic, or development, or experience. So all these are perceived by the brain in the form of perceived stress. So this perceived stress gets reflected in the form of threat, helplessness, vigilance, and this in turn is reflected in the body in the form of physiological responses. And these physiological responses will either get adapted, called adaptation, or it will disturb your homeostasis or internal environment of your body, called allostatic load in scientific language. So when you are subject to stress, body produces a lot of hormone. There are many hormones like adrenaline, noradrenaline, cortisol, growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, many more. And when the stress hormones are found to be more in your blood, your heart rate may increase, your blood sugar may increase, your blood pressure in the artery may increase, the pupil may get dilated, the intestinal muscle may get relaxed, your breathing rate may increase, the blood flow to the skeletal muscle might increase. For a short span of time, it is fine. But in the long run, if the doctor finds it, the heart rate is being increased because all the reactions settle down. When the heart rate settles down over a period of time and you go and consult a doctor will say you have developed tachycardia. Similarly, when the blood pressure settles down, blood sugar settles down, over a period of time when you go and consult a doctor will say you have developed blood sugar or diabetes. When the blood pressure settles down, it will lead to high BP or hypertension. When the dilation of the pupil get dilated, means get settled down, it will lead to retinopathy or cataract. Similarly, when the relaxation of the intestinal muscle settles down, it will lead to the low motility of your intestine, and which will be a resultant outcome of the development of a disease called constipation. Similarly, when the breath rate increases, settles down, it will lead to the different condition like chronic obstructive pulmonary disorder. Similarly, when the blood flow to the skeletal muscle increases, it might lead to the development of a disease called neck pain, the shoulder pain, arm pains, etc. What are the long terms of stress? At the behavioral level, it might lead to self-harming, suicidal ideation, cutting, withdrawing from the family and social life, anger outbursts, unexplained mood changes or swings. At the physical level, it might lead to many complications of the body like gynecological disorders, dysregulated menstrual cycle in the woman, autoimmune diseases, fistula, endometriosis. At the cognitive level or at the psychological level, it might lead to PTSD, means post-traumatic stress disorders. And the symptom of this PTSD will be re-experiencing the situation, the avoidance, hyperarousals, depression, anxiety disorder, burdening personality, and the dissociative identity disorder. So if you see the impact of the stress in the body, mind, behavior, and emotion, the impact will be the following. Stress might impact, in the manifestation of the various symptoms like headache, frequent infection, taut muscle, muscular twitches, fatigue, skin irritation, breathlessness. At the mind level, you will start worrying more. You will have brutal thinking, impaired judgment, nightmare, indecision, negativity, hasty decisions. At the behavioral level, you will be more prone to accident, loss of appetite, you will start drinking more, you will have insomnia, restlessness, you will start smoking more. At the emotional level, you will have loss of confidence, more fuging, more irritable, more depression, apathy, alienation, and apprehension. So believe me, so there is a part in the brain which is responsible for encoding any stress reactions. The stress reactions, any negative emotion that you are trapped with, any negative emotion that you are trapped with will have its reaction in a cortical area in the brain called limbic system. And there are many components of the limbic system, and they are thalamus, fornix, hypothalamus, amygdala, mammillary body, hippocampus. So had I shared my slide with you, probably I could have shown this picture. Okay, but one of the part which is very vulnerable to state is called very vulnerable to stress is called hypothalamus. It is also called the switch. It's the main switch for control, main switch for the stress. When you are subject to stress, hypothalamus is triggered up. Hypothalamus is activated. So, and this hypothalamus controls mainly the autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system means every organ in the body has a brake and has an accelerator. And the accelerator is called sympathetic nerve, and the brake is called, the parasympathetic nerve. The decision is given to you whether you want to accelerate the speed of a vehicle or you want to intermittently you would like to give a brake so that the efficiency of an organ can be restored every now and then. It also controls the endocrine system, all the hormones in the body. So psychological stress is of two types: de-stress and eustress. De-stress is also called, killing stress. It is very cruel because you are trapped with this stress. It is like Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu knew how to get into the circle of war, but Abhimanyu did not have any skill to come out from it. It is like a spider. It is like a spider net. The way a mosquito gets trapped in a spider net, the same way you are trapped. Okay, that is called de-stress. And what is called eustress? Eustress is otherwise called essential stress. You need to take this stress. Without that, you will become lethargic, you will become lazy. You will not feel like doing any work. Because before the examination, you work hard. You study for the whole night because it is required. And after the examination is over, you are relaxed. That is eustress. But de-stress, you keep on accumulating stress. You get yourself trapped with the stress. And then later, you want to give up the stress, but stress doesn't want to leave you. Okay. So, how do you identify your stress? The stress is identified in our digestive system, because our digestive system, the system which is concerned with the digestion is also called the second gut or second brain. It's not second gut, second brain. So brain is the first brain and the digestive system is the second brain. If I ask you how many of you are healthy, and many of you would say, yes, I am very healthy. Then if I ask you, how do you know, how do you define that you are healthy? How do you define that you are healthy? You would say, you give me any amount of food, I can digest it. Yes, that is also one of the bad signs. So Ayurveda says your stress gets reflected in your digestive system in the form of kujinnatvam, pajinnatvam, and atijinnatvam. What is kujinnatvam? Poor digestion. Pajinnatvam means indigestion. Atijinnatvam means over-digestion. And therefore you say, you give me any amount of food, I can digest it. So that is not a healthier sign. Pajinnatvam means indigestion. Everything you eat gets indigested. Kujinnatvam means very poor digestion. Therefore you eat a very little. And how you identify your stress? You definitely have irregular breath. You would have irregular heartbeats. You would have loss of appetite. Or you may start eating more. You might experience the sudden reversal of your old habits. Say, for example, you had given up smoking and again you feel like smoking. You had given up drinking, again you feel like drinking. You would have lack of sleep. So at the psychological level, so there will be a lot of speed in your thoughts. There will be a lot of speed in your decision and judgments. So there are 4A to manage your stress. So I will give you 4A formula. So avoid, adapt, alter, and accept. Avoid the unnecessary stress. Adapt to the situation. Alter the situation. And accept the thing as they approach you. Accept the thing as they come to you. If you do not follow this formula, 4A formula, probably you would be definitely, no one can rescue you from the stress. You will be definitely trapped with the stress. So therefore, I request you to avoid the unnecessary stress. Adapt to the situation, alter the situation, and accept the thing as they come to you. In addition to that, I will tell you there are many other strategies to be adopted. Like every day you can plan for meditation. You can plan for, doing some deep breathing techniques. You can plan for walking. You can plan for doing some yogasana, Surya Namaskar. So get your body moving. And definitely time in nature. Time in nature means go to your bed early and get up early. And give adequate amount of relaxation to your body. Sleep well. If you sleep well and if you get good amount of deep sleep or sound sleep, that will help you to recharge your body, to rejuvenate your body. Connect yourself socially. If you connect yourself socially, then only you can share your problem with others. That will help you to build up your interpersonal relationship. Eat well. Avoid caffeine or avoid coffee. Avoid preservative. Avoid stale food, junk food, portrayed food. And I would request you to eat the colorful, bright fruits, because the colorful and the bright fruit have good amount of antioxidant in it. And these antioxidant will help you to fight with the physiological reactions within the body, which are the resultant outcome of this stress. Similarly, make a list. Do not keep anything pending. Prioritize your task. And last but not least, find out what is the root cause of your problem. If you do not find out, and I'll tell you, if you do not find out, if I do not find out what is the problem within myself, do you think that a psychologist will find out? Do you think that a medical physician will find out? No, not at all. They are not ready to spend time with you. They are not ready to spend 24 hours with you to know about your problem. So you are the best judge for yourself. So therefore I say, find out the cause of your problem, because identification is 50% cure. If you do not identify your problem, so no one can identify for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjeev, for your extended speech on yoga and stress management. You have mentioned about stress, the fight and flight condition, how stress affects your body, that's how the stress reacts in your body, and how to identify stress, and how the digestive system is. You have mentioned about how the second brain. So it's very much helpful for our yoga students who are listening, for all other also. So now I am requesting our VK IQM committee member, Professor Dr. Nirmal Chandra Das, to give vote of thanks.
Hello, everybody. I am actually stressed. I'm repeating, I am actually stressed because our organizers are not properly time, and they are very much managing stress, but not time management is not with us. I'm sorry for that we couldn't manage properly. Anyway, I have to offer the vote of thanks. Dr. I could mark Subhash Babu is teaching. It was straight from the very beginning, and his talk was very pinpointed and very nice. Thank you, Dr. Subhash Chandra Das. I have no time to give you a lot of other good words. Then my friend, philosopher, Mr. Pati from Macaulay University, he gave a wonderful talk. Our energy, when it was drained out, you were trying to give from your bottom to top management for your increasing the energy. Last speaker, Sanjeev Patra, with his beautiful presentation regarding how to manage stress. And on his topic, the time was over, and I feel stressed. Now, after this session is over, I will manage stress, how everything is done. Then, that apart, I thank the participants here in Orissa and all parts of India, and the organizers, particularly Ajay Babu, the Panigray Babu, and last but not least, the Chatoi Babu. Thank you very much. Over to Ajay Babu.
Before conclude, I am once again reminding you about our tomorrow webinar. That at 7 p.m. tomorrow we have a webinar, and our Hanumant Rao ji, all India Vice President of Vivekananda Rock Memorial and Vivekananda Kendra Kanyakumari, is going to deliver lecture on Yoga, a path towards man making. You will get the link in our VKIKM website. Please don't forget to attend tomorrow program. So now we conclude the Santi Mantra. So all of you sit straight and close your eyes. We'll do it 3 Omkara. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kasche Dukhavag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you all. Namaskar. Suvaratri.